Actually, I never know, because the operating principle in spiritual life, we hear from the beginning, is pleasing Guru. We heard that from day one. It's true on day 2 and every day in between and up to the present and into the future. Like we sing the song, Yasya Prasadad Bhagavat Prasado, Yasya Prasadad Nagati Kutopi, Dayam Stuvam Stasya Yasastri Sandhyam, Bande Guru Sri Charanaravindam. That part saying, Yasya Prasadad Bhagavat Prasado, Yasya Prasada Nagati Kutopi. Without pleasing Guru, you won't get any real result, any substantial result. And only by pleasing Guru does a disciple have any position really spiritually. It's not our own achievement, it's not something we came with, it's none of those things. So as I've told many times, but it never ceases to amuse and amaze me, is when I would visit with Mangal Maharaj in Kolkata and say, oh, Maharaj, how are you today? And he'd say, I don't know. And I know what he means is, or he'd say, you know that. And he's paraphrasing the Bengali saying, and this is where we need Gopal. But alas, no Gopal. Gopal, Gotai, Gopal. There's what they say. You don't know that saying? Anyway, it translates as you keep me. When Vaisnavas say, how are you? Everybody in the world says, how are you? And somebody says, there's some answer you give. And yeah, your mercy. And China, they say, ni hao. And you see that on signs everywhere, ni hao. But they're saying, apnar kripa means your mercy. And what they mean to say, or as you keep me. My position is based upon your estimation of me. This is very different. It's the opposite of secular humanism, which puts forth the notion, believe in yourself, you're number one. I mentioned the modern advertising is saturated with humanistic sloganeering. And what do I mean by that? Like Nike, just do it. Right? What does that mean? Just do it. It implies there's some conscience you have, some self-restraint that you, an internal process you go through before you decide to do something. They're saying, don't listen to it. Don't think about it. Just do it. Right? Why? I have a series of ads that answer these questions. So Nike makes that proposal. Who gives the answer? L'Oreal. Because I'm worth it. Why should I just do it? Because I'm worth it. That's why. Right? But of all the ads I ever saw, the most blatant, just naked assertion of humanistic sloganeering was from a company whose slogan was, total indulgence, zero guilt. It was about Weight Watchers. It doesn't matter what it was about, but they had the audacity to make that their slogan. Total indulgence, zero guilt, no conscience. Just indulge without conscience. Who does things without conscience? Generally, they're called animals. Right? The animals, they're not crying when they are eating the babies of others. They're not stopping to think, oh, these babies are so cute. Why should we do this? Never. Right? There was a YouTube video recently where they say, after this lioness killed like a deer, And then it took the calf, and all the people went, "Ah, look, she's taking the little deer calf back to her place." And someone else pointed out, yes. And after playing with it for a while, as cats do, she'll eat it. They'll kill it and offer it to her children. So a lack of conscience, of considering why we do things, self-restraint, what Alexander Solzhenitsyn called in his famous World Split Apart address. He said, what is needed is serene voluntary self-restraint. Serene voluntary self-restraint. That's interesting. You could say that's the definition of tapasya, as Srila Prabhupada used to say and has in his Bhagavatam purports. What is tapasya? Voluntarily inconveniencing oneself for the sake of spiritual realization. You will be inconvenienced by living in this world. We will have to suffer by living in this world. It's inevitable, it's unavoidable. But a spiritually progressive person will voluntarily inconvenience themselves, will voluntarily undergo certain types of quote-unquote suffering for the sake of spiritual advancement, not for the sake of material gain. That's called shraddha, faith in the mode of passion. In the 17th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna talks about 3 different types of faith. Mundane faith, faith within the realm of the modes of nature, tamagun religion, rajagun religion, sattvagun religion. Tamagun, or he talks about charity, many different things, like giving in charity, saying giving to the wrong person at the wrong time and the wrong place for the wrong reason. That's charity in the mode of ignorance. Giving in anticipation of reward, like I'll do this, but I've heard if someone does this, so much good will come to them, accrue to them. That's charity in the mode of passion. Passion always has this type of mundane calculation involved of self-gain, self-reward. And what is in the mode of goodness? That something should be done because it's the right thing. It should just be done without any consideration of how I'll benefit from that. As Guru Maharaj told, when there was a story, 3 thieves, and 1 thief predominated by ignorance, 1 thief predominated by passion, 1 thief predominated by goodness. And they take this man out in the middle of the woods and they rob him. And the thief in the mode of ignorance says, let's kill him now that we got what we want. The one in the mode of passion says, we don't need to do that, let's just leave him here and go. And the one in the mode of goodness, thief so-called, he says, yeah, but if we leave him here, he doesn't know his way back, he could get hurt, whatever. Why don't we just take him back to where we found him, in a safe area, and then go? So, but what are we interested in? Nirguna plane. The nirguna plane will not be an object of our experience to serve our lower purpose. We're offering ourselves in service to the higher plane. So when the Vaisnavas inquire, how are you? And say, as you see me, taking it that the other Vaishnava is in a superior position. A devotee never thinks that they are a devotee, but they're thinking others are devotees. So, saying, Vaishnavi pratishta tate koro nishta. As the Vaishnavas think of me, that's what my position is. Yasya prasada, bhagavat prasado, etc. So by pleasing Guru, then there's the possibility of being useful. Otherwise, Guru Maharaj said, we are like lifeless clay without being infused with serving. We're trying to, we say, pranipatena, to offer ourselves, the highest aspect of ourselves in service to the least aspect of the higher plane. Pranipat, prajna, and to inquire out of what? Seva, service necessity. So before we will answer anything, say anything, we'll remember the lotus feet of Sri Guru and pray and offer ourselves in service. As a medium, as Guru Maharaj said, why do we offer flower to the book before having the class or speaking? We're offering ourselves in service as agents to the book. The book, although passively posing as a book or any other type of media, is really spiritually conscious substance looking for an agent to pass through in distribution. So the Vaisnavas, they're offering themselves in service to the book, not taking what is in the book to serve some lower purpose.